Today I want to start using the train station and using the lava and the water it gets us, so that we have a working village. And now with an upgraded armor set, it's actually time to start working on the village. Now as I started planning over here the village, I laid down our cobble generator over here, and this guy is meant to be the center of the village. And this area I intend to be making ochre, crimsite, azurine, viridium, tuff, nether quartz, and andesite. And I want to have like a building for each of them except for tuff, which is, well, technically this one. As you see, out of all of those blocks we get pretty much all the ingots we're gonna need. Because if we take a look at the crushed recipes of most of the ores, we can get crushed iron from crimsite, we can get crushed gold from ochre, we can get crushed copper from viridium, and we can get crushed zinc from azurine. And nether quartz, we can get it from washing some soul sand, which of course we can get from haunting some sand, which sand we can get from crushing gravel, and gravel comes from cobblestone, and that's why this guy's here. And then lastly, it's the tuff. Now to make tuff, I'm going to use this recipe right here, which uses 9 copper pieces or cobblestone pieces and water pressed down to making tuff. We could either go this route as well if we wanted to, because we do have access to lava, and I do intend on making andesite as well, so we could use this recipe if we want to. This is a recipe added by Stamp Creative Tweaks, but we have this one from Create Ultimate Factory, so I might as well just use this one for simplicity. And that means I need to expand this thing so we can do all the things that I needed to do. So now I actually moved in the cobblestone generator and actually had some power in here, and now we have some crushing wheels which already have this vault filled up with gravel, and we're now filling this one with tuff. And we have of course the tower here, and I'm just trying to get some resources to start making like some roads and stuff like that, and this will be like the main stone that I'm going to be using around here. But now I want to make a bunch of buildings for all of these, but of course I need to bring the lava and the water, so that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to probably make like some tanks like outside here, and we're going to connect it to there. So as you can see, I extended the lava and the water over here to those tanks, and then I extended this fluid pipe to some foundations where I plan to having the buildings. We're gonna have ochre, viridium, azurine, and the other one, which I keep forgetting the name, crimsite, and then the last one over here will be andesite. And then of course I do still need to point out where I want to have my quartz being done, probably like in this corner of this foundation. That being said, I think it's time to plan out how I'm going to do this. So basically extended also some of these cogwheels, not cogwheels, chain conveyors, so that I can use some frog boards, and I can link them to those storage to send the gravel and the tuff and stuff anywhere they actually need it to be. I also need to make a building, which is probably going to go all the way there, which is basically going to crush the tuff into making gravel and the nuggets that we're going to be needing. Because you see, in order to make all of this, we need copper, gold, iron, zinc, and copper nuggets. And if you take a look at the tuff and we see the crushed recipe, we get all of those plus electrum plus flint, and we're also going to be needing flint to be making andesite. So the flint's going to be used. We're still going to be crushing some sand to make soul sand, so we're also going to be getting some extra flint. We're going to have an excess of clay, which I may just dump, I may not, I don't know. Now, as I begin to set up things, I want to take you guys through the process. Now, basically, I'm going to start with the tuff processing right now, because we need to have it so we actually use the recipe that we have here to turn tuff by crushing into all of these separate nuggets and flint. Now, we do have 6 things here, and I don't really want electrum right now. So we're probably going to be voiding. We can actually still kind of keep it here. Just a little bit, we don't really need a lot of it, but we can just safe keep it for now. But the most important are these 5. It's going to be flint, iron, gold, copper, and zinc. And we're going to also have these like threshold switches, because I'm going to use them to control that guy over there. So whenever all of them are full over here, that means that that guy can actually stop like making tough. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have to get up probably here a wall where we're going to be using some of these factory gauges to actually tell what it needs to do. So basically, for example, if we have iron nuggets, we're going to be using to make crimsite over here, and we're going to have to send it to the crimsite area. So we're going to have it all set up in the wall. So a frog port, we'll toss it into that chain drive. It will go into there, which we have, of course, a little bit of a loop here of chain drives, and we're going to take it. For example, let's say it comes here, and then we have, for example, lava pumping in already, and of course we need the gravel. Now the gravel, I intend to have it automatically like going to everywhere, mainly because I don't want to have anything like properly separated, or I don't want to have a centralized area for now to store things. I want this dude to pump it into this frog, and this frog will basically send into some other frogs. We're probably gonna have to need probably 2 frogs per house, one for gravel and one for the other item that it needs, basically. So the stuff will be sent into here, into this guy, and then it will automatically input into this barrel, and then of course it will be crushed over here, and then it will cycle on through. Then we can have some separations like flint, iron, gold, copper, and zinc, and of course you can still catch, if we really want to, we can just put a barrel here with a brass funnel like this, with this pretty much only catching electrum. Now I do have a chute underneath here sending items into lava. I don't know what takes priority. If this can still catch the electrum, that's perfectly fine. If it can't, then well, that's also fine. And I say it's fine because one of the recipes that we're going to be doing down the line is, for example, for this, the ochrum, we're going to be crushing it, turning into gold, and also electrum. So we're going to get electrum even if we didn't want it, basically. So we're still going to get electrons online. If, for example, the gold, if we wash it, we're still going to be getting a little bit of extra nether quartz. So you see what this is actually going to escalate into a pretty big project. Okay, now I'm actually taking care of the gravel because of course we need some extra frogs to deal with that. And what I'm doing is I'm basically adding all these frogs, ignore these items here. I'm basically adding all these frogs into here. So I want to clear that. Well, doesn't matter. We have it in the list. That's what we need right now. Because for example, now I have this factory gauge here, which is connected to that frog over there. And what we have is that we have a stock link here, which is basically reading this gravel. It puts the packages here, then the items get sent to this barrel, and then this guy puts it into here, and they go wherever they need to go. So let's start with this one. This is the azurine gravel. Now, the fact that we have the azurine gravel in the checklist means that now that guy can send in packages, and boom, just like that. Now I have this at 9 stacks, which is exactly the cap of a package. So hopefully that guy only sends like a package at a time, and they should keep perfectly stocked. So now all I gotta do, for example, for the ochrum gravel, we go over here, tell it you're gonna be having gravel. You are the ochrum gravel. And more importantly, I want you to have 9 stacks of items. Now the same thing should happen now. To trigger there, yep, and boom, these guys now have gravel. Now I need to do this for the rest. And of course, using the same thing here for the tuff, we can now guarantee that this guy is actually just constantly sending in tuff from there all the way over here, which is great. Of course, we do need to still set up the threshold switches so it actually turns off that thing, which is going to take like a little bit of space. But in the meantime, these guys can actually hold quite a lot of items. There you go, 4,000 of each type of nugget. And I'm now trying to set up the azurine one, which is the zinc one, which basically the inside of this house is going to be looking something like this, where we have the gravel, it's going to go into there, popped into the basin, then we're going to have the zinc coming in here, popping in the same way into the basin, and then the press does what it has to do, and then of course it's gonna put it onto the item drain, and then I'm putting in a barrel. I actually think I'm gonna have like some sort of back road here that will be connecting all the houses, and probably have like a vault here at the end, something like that. I actually need to get some more extra vaults Basically, we have a decent amount of storage for these blocks, and more importantly, it would give me access here at the back where I want to put a road to take them out of here, basically. So I brought here our cardboard wall, and now we have the amounts of the items that we already have over there. And now basically I have the zinc. I made a connection here by doing this, by adding the connection, and boom, it's already connected. And now we tell them if you send 2 zinc nuggets, you will be expecting 1 azurine. Now, of course, we can actually increase this. We know it's a 2 to 1, so let's say you send, for example, like 8, you're going to be expecting 4 azurine out of this recipe. Now, before I actually set a target here, I do need to, well, power this. And powering this is going to be a little bit tricky. I was thinking of having shafts like crossing into the middle of the road, or possibly through the ground, like having them embedded in the floor. I think that will look cool. So I have now connected power over here through the road to pretty much all the areas over here. So now let's actually use this one as a little bit of a test drive. So let's say, for example, that we want 16 stacks of this. So now it should actually start sending items from there to there. And hopefully, yeah, that guy picks it up. Boom. And this guy is on the wrong side. Okay, there we go. Well, that was bad because it got a zinc. Oh, hold on. Why is it sending? Okay, now it's making the same thing. Okay, so I gotta put a filter on these guys to make sure that they don't actually do the wrong things. So yeah, I think we should be fine from now on. Well, there was some tiny issues, but I fixed them. And now every single one of these are actually fully working. Now, one of the main things was that I actually needed an extra pump on every single one of these because it wasn't actually getting enough lava because for some reason it just wasn't piping. I just had the pipe going down without the pump there, and the lava was pretty much just continuing because that's a pump there. And because the lava was not able to go to every single one of these places without this pump, so I pretty much just had to add an extra pump on every single basin. And now to keep track of the stocks, we have the vaults, we have the packagers here, and I think there's something wrong with this because it only has 1,200. And is that? I asked for. Wait, is that 16 stacks? Oh my god, it is. Yep, I got 16, I got 19, I got 18, I got 11 there, I got 8 here. You're taking your time. Oh yeah, it's taking its time because this one actually costs 7 nuggets per craft. So yeah, that's a lot of nuggets. Now, that being said, there was a little bit of an issue with this guy as well, because he was not giving me enough lava because, well, I was actually using all the lava to make like 5 different blocks at once. Which means this area is now fully working except for the road that's actually going to pick up these items, and there's a couple of items that I still need to automate, but I think I should decorate this area first. So after a couple of hours, we now have some buildings, not all of them. So I went ahead and expanded this area, so we have a road going all around. I made the buildings, each of them has the roof respective to the block that they are making. I'm still missing some doors, but that's not really a big deal. This took me a couple hours to do because I couldn't get the roof right, because yeah, I'm really bad at roofs. And we have this one, which has a little bit of an opening so packages can come through here. Now, that being said, I know this is not perfectly aligned. I could move that post a little bit, but I'm lazy. And of course, we're still missing the building for the middle one. Now, this one, I kind of have no clue what I want to do, because I still need to somehow get packages out of here to make the sand and soul sand. So technically, I'm one building short, which I think is going to go right over here. Plus loading or unloading for the trucks over there, something like that. Like, I still need to plan a little bit more in this area, but I think this is looking good, you know. What do you guys think? But the way I see it, those buildings can wait, because there's actually something more important that we need to hook up now. Because I want to guarantee that I have some of these blocks over there at my storage, so whenever I want to build, I just have them. So that's going to require packages. That's why we have this output at the back on every single house. And you can ignore this. This is basically just so I can grab them if I need them. Let's just focus on the packages at this moment. So I'm actually going to need a train, or, well, not an actual train. I'm going to try and make it look like a truck. That's why I have this rope, so we can actually go along here picking up packages and stuff like that. And I kind of need to figure out how do I want it to pick up, like, from these 5 buildings that we have so far. Of course, we need to leave space for another building. And what is he actually going to do with it? Because what if he picks them up? Like, what's next? Now, initially I thought, well, then we can just enter this area and then use these railings to go into the base and deposit the items. But that's not really a good idea. You see, it's going to be a truck, right? And that's trains, and trucks don't ride on there, so that will not look good. Besides, I'm actually going to hide these train tracks below, and you're not going to be able to see the train tracks, just the truck moving along here. So we need to figure out a way of doing that while making a decent enough thing for a truck. I might just raise this with slabs, maybe, because I think this is actually too low for the look I wanted it to have. Or maybe just remove the stairs and replace it with slabs. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Besides that, we need to figure out timings in packages, and how is he actually going to be able to pick up packages, and when does he know to pick up packages. Whew, that's a lot of work. But first I need to go ahead and clear up this area, and that's why I have a little bit of a sewage over here, like a secret entrance where I can just open this door and boom, we're in the underground, which is perfect, because I do need an area to kind of manage what the truck is gonna do, put the stations, put railings. So yeah, this is a good area. Well, unfortunately, with the road I made doesn't actually support, well, trains, because it does have a lot of tight corners, unfortunately. But we have the second best thing, which is a minecart, which can actually just hold the entire truck on its own. Now, it is a little bit wonky on some areas, but, you know, I guess it adds character to it, you know, because, well, we can only do so much, right? So I'll not be able to use the schedule to pick up packages and stuff like that, but I can still make him stop at pretty much every single one of these areas, because it does have portable storage interfaces on the sides, so we can actually just pick up packages. Because if I did this correctly, it's only like a matter of popping the item into here with a portable storage interface, because there's another portable storage interface right here. Like, I might need to do some shenanigans here, but we should be pretty much fine. So the setup is actually quite simple. Put into a funnel, got a drain, got a depot right there, which then puts it back into here as soon as it has anything. Now we could test this out, possibly with like one of you, and see if it picks it up. Oh, that's disappointing. He didn't pick the item up. And he does have storage inside of him. So maybe actually with a little bit of power or rotational power, we can actually make him work. So then I can actually just grab power from inside of these houses. So we shouldn't really need to mess with a lot of stuff, you know, just like this, hopefully that, and maybe a shaft, and hopefully that's all we really need. Yeah, it's going the right way. So let's toss this again. And yep, it took it. Well, actually, I need to take it back, so I guess I'll just reverse the direction here. And hopefully it will give me the block back. Houston, we have a problem. He doesn't seem to want to give me the block back. Why? Why does he want that block? Okay, I got it. But that's dumb. For some reason, he didn't want to give me the normal way. I had to actually grab it from there with a hopper. Which is fine, I guess. He's only meant to be loading here. But hey, I still want to mess with trains today, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now, because we need to get the items from here all the way to the main base. And we have a perfectly good train station right there. Which means what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna set up an area there, which is pretty much going to pick up the packages that any packages that he has, and it's gonna put them into a belt, which is actually gonna follow these pipes over here, and it will go all the way through there and inside the train station. Now, from inside the train station, we can actually not do anything with this area, because we have this liquid train going on. But I'm thinking about, on this second area, maybe having a train always sitting here. And this guy will always be waiting for some packages. And if he doesn't have any packages, he can just sit here, you know? Or maybe like somewhere like here. I think this one is actually better. We can just get rid of this guy for now, or relocate it to here or something like that. No, we actually need to get rid of him now that I think about it. Because currently the trains that want to loop around, they all just need to loop there and, well, go back through this line because this one is occupied. So I guess we can get rid of this one or adapt this one to be the one that we're going to be having setting in the packages over there. Then we'll hook him up to the packages that will follow along through here. And of course, only if he has anything, he will stop here at this station and we'll unload it somewhere and then put it into our main storage right here, because we do have these lines over here, so we can just hook up some frogs to this. So I've already made a new train. Look at that. Isn't she a beauty? Now we do still need to get the rider on in, and it's probably going to be Jimmy, who's sitting in the second floor there. Come on, Jimmy, you're gonna ride a train. There we go, Jimmy. You got a train for yourself. You can ride it, right? I don't see a cap on you. Hopefully you can still ride the train as its conductor. Oh, that might be an issue. Well, we'll try and figure it out when we figure it out. At the moment, we need to now work out how the train's gonna get there. And basically, I have this thing hooked up to a post box. So I'm actually gonna make this area look a little bit better and nicer, so we can actually see things better. But basically, the packages come in here, they go through here, and they go all the way to a post box down at the end there, which is connected to the train station. So any post box that goes into there should be picked up by the train. Then when the train has a post box, it will come all the way here and stop at this station, which is connected to that post box over there, which then takes the items out. And this is the main cargo, and I put an asterisk because anything I put main cargo something will come and will pop out over here. But then over here I actually have 3 brass tunnels, just because I don't know if one can quite handle it, but sure. And then we have the main cargo stone. So anything I send into main cargo stones will be put into this item vault right here. So in order to set this up, we need to grab ourselves a schedule, and we're gonna head the train stations. Now basically, oh, I forgot to name it. Oh boy. Okay, now we have the cargo station here. So basically we want to tell him to deliver, you're going to deliver a package. Wait. No, you're gonna travel to station, yes, and it's going to be the main base. Now, in the main base, you should be delivering a package. You're going to deliver a package, yes, but in order for him to move to the main base, I actually need to have item cargo condition of more than, well, 1 item. So if he has 1 item, he should go. But then I also need to add condition for him to wait 10 seconds. So you should have this, and then you should wait. I believe this is how this works. Only after he has this, he should have this. So he's gonna wait 20 seconds for more packages to come. Then he's going to move to the main base. He's going to deliver the packages, which I'm actually gonna put so he has cargo inactivity for now, because if he's only doing this, so if we do this like 5 seconds after he has no cargo inactivity, he should then travel back to the cargo station, where he's going to wait until he has cargo inactivity. No, oh, I think this is the other way around. Hold on. Okay, so I believe this is it. So we should only like move from the cargo station after he has one, then like any item in the storage, and then he waits 20 seconds, and then he's going to be delivering the package to the main cargo. So hopefully he goes exactly to the main cargo station, delivers, and then after 5 seconds of cargo inactivity, he comes back here. So I think that's how this should work. So I now just need to make it so that he has, well, at least one cargo to test this out. And the way I'm gonna do this is with factory gauges. Yes, hopefully I can just come over here to the side of this vault and just slap this on here and then tell it, well, I want Azurine to come in here. And you're gonna come, well, this is meant to be addressed to main cargo stones, so that's the package that you need to have. And oh wait, that's not it, it's here. I need to put it here on these guys. Oh boy, hopefully this works as well. Oh no. Yeah, so something like this, we put it here. We need to monitor this Azurine, which it can see that it has 0. Yes, now it is actually the one that we need. So main cargo and stones, like that, and I'm gonna tell it that you should need 1 stack. Now hopefully this triggers the packager does packaging things, which, yes, there's a package there, and the package didn't actually move forward. Why? Well, I'm gonna test this manually and then figure out why the package is actually not being sent over there. So basically all I really need to do is actually just dump it into there. Oh, okay, it's gonna be a little bit trickier than that. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna toss it into here, and hopefully we should see this guy wait 20 seconds. I think the package just got sent there. We should wait 20 seconds. Can we see if it has anything? No, we can't. Maybe here? No, not there. Okay, so far so good. Yep, it's been more than 20 seconds and he hasn't moved. He does have the package, that's a good sign, but why didn't you move? Because you should wait 20 seconds after this, after having... Oh wait, more than one? So if he only has 1 item, he doesn't move? So I should just put more than 0 items instead. And now after 20 seconds he goes? He's going! He's actually going! Hold on. Is it actually going to work? It's actually coming into here, so we should see a package being delivered. Yes. And there we go. And it should be unpackaged, and this guy should show now 64 Azurine exactly, and we have the tick here. Perfect. Now the bad part is that this is not picking up the packages. So what am I doing wrong here? Wait, what? He picked up the package now. What do you mean? What? I guess he just glitches out, and sometimes he picks up the item, sometimes he doesn't. That's really bad, but as long as it works, I mean, we should see a package come out here. Come on, boy, I believe in you. Yes, yes, there we go. We have a package. And I'm actually just immediately going to go to the train to see if he's gonna get it. He got it. Oh, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. which means now we can put them so that hopefully we have all of them connecting, and I'm actually gonna test it out for a little bit to see if everything runs smoothly. We just need more factory gauges. Okay, so he's just very inconsistent. He does pick them up, but is not, well, is not super consistent. Okay, pick that one up. He picked that one up. I think he picked them all up now. Okay, no, he hasn't picked up this one yet. But he picked up this one. So I don't know why it takes so long to pick them up, but he does pick them up. So is that a win? Kind of. I'm actually just gonna increase the amount of items that I want and see if it actually does what it needs to do. Well, the train is moving, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Yeah, and we got all but one. Okay, that mostly seems to work. The truck is just a little bit weird, and the Viridium I had to manually put in here because I think I messed something up over there, but I think it should work as well. Like, we can even increase this to 10 stacks and just see if it's actually going to pick it up. Then all that's left to do now is actually put this guy here, we connect this little frog probably there, and boom, and we put it on only send items because I only want this guy to be sending stuff, and we connect it to our storage by putting the stock link connected to those. So hopefully if I come over here to this tiny fox, we should see, yes, the Viridium, the Crimsite, and also the Andesite. And the Andesite. Perfect. Yeah, it also doesn't seem to like Viridium that much. Like, the package is just sitting there. So we might need to figure out a different type of thing to actually help me get the packages into the truck. And yes, if you guys know that, please let me know down below in the comments. And now I need to figure out a building for this area down here, but that's probably going to be all the time I have for today. This took a very long time, but it looks really, really cool. We just need that truck to work a little bit better, and we have this thing fully functioning. Oh, well, quick side note, I actually need to put this frog here because I forgot we have belts on this side. Well, see ya.